Alright, this will be a little different. What this video is going to entail is one of the tutorials that I've been requested to do. I'm going to download this when it's all finished, and I'll chop it up, whatever, and I'll make it a YouTube tutorial that will film. Probably it will premiere in the second week of January. Okay, it's early, day before Thanksgiving, so I'm pretty sure people are baking pies and burning turkeys and making stuffing really bitter. But anyway, I figured that I'll do it right now. It's pretty early here in the New York side of the United States. It's about 10:38, almost 10:40. So figured I'll give it a whirl today. This morning anyway. All right. If you look down below, alizarin crimson, cad yellow, yellow ochre, dioxazine purple, phthalo blue, and titanium white. Um, Somebody requested a winter scene with ice skaters. Winter is a sunset winter scene. Okay, so since they wanted something like that, this is a 14 by 22 inch board. Also, I've already coated it with glycerin and white paint, so this is very smooth foam board. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take pieces of white right now. I know it's white on white. You guys can't see this really well, but I'm just gonna wipe on pieces of titanium white here and there. Okay. Then I'm gonna take straight cad yellow, and I'll put the cad yellow down in here somewhere like this. Just dot it here and there, like that. Probably down here, a little up here. All right, and I'm just putting it in spots, just like that. Something like this. Just wiping it in there like that. Then I'm gonna take yellow ochre. All right, and I'll pop the yellow ochre somewhere around in here, down there, and I'll pop some. Now you might see my head in some spots. Sorry about that. Put some yellow ochre up here, like that. All right. Okay. I'm gonna tap, not cleaning the brush. Take some alizarin crimson, and I'm gonna put the alizarin crimson longer streaks somewhere up in here. Pop some alizarin crimson maybe in here. Probably a little battering of it around in here, something like that. Okay. I think I get it a little higher around in here, something like that. Just wiping it in there. All right. I'm gonna clean off the brush. Now I can approach this a few different ways. As a matter of fact, nah, I'll just keep it like that for right now. Way up top here, getting some of this dioxazine purple, and we're gonna pop some of that right up in there like this, and we'll put some up here like that. Like I said, this paper is kind of smooth. Okay, like that. Then we're gonna go with phthalo blue up on the top. All right, right up here. Just pop it in there like that. Probably a little bit more. Keep it pretty dark down in here, up here, because it is a sunset of sorts. I know it looks kind of crazy right now. I know it does. Let's clean off the brush pretty good here. Now, being that this is a thin board that has no tooth, has no texture to it or anything. All right, so we'll do a little working with this. Okay, as long as the paint's still somewhat. How are you? Is that Christanya? Welcome. Okay, no problem, Bruce. It's good for you to stop by, even if it is for a little bit. What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to wipe back and forth. Okay. Now this brush is a little rough to do this with, but I'll smooth it out as we go along. All right, and we'll just take it just like this, and we're just going to go back and forth. Just leave it be. Yes, I am early today. That's because I have rehearsal tonight, so I won't be able to do it. By the time I'm out of rehearsal, it's going to be way too late. So I might as well get it done today. And this is a dual one. Like I said, somebody wanted ice skaters in a rink and whatnot. Now you see I have the blue tape here. All right, I'm gonna let this tack. This is almost dry. This is gonna tack up and dry and what have you. So I established where the ice is gonna be. I established the sky. All right, and that's basically what I wanted to do. All right, so far. Now remember, this is like a sunset type of, or a sunrise, whatever type of deal here. Okay, I think it's a sunset because I added the purple. If it was a sunrise, I wouldn't add purple. Um, but I got it up here. I can play around with maybe popping in some stars or something like that, just to be kind of cutesy. It would make it a little more wintry and all of that. So I guess I can do a few of those. So I'm gonna take my toothbrush, wet it with a little bit of water, go into the titanium white just a little bit. Okay, not too much. And up above, up here. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Thank goodness I didn't do it yet, right? There. Right up here, obviously, where the blue is. I'll just take my finger very lightly, pop some little stars in there, here and there. Okay. I can get a little more water, get a little more titanium white, get the stars a little bigger so they can actually be seen a little bit, and just pop in a few in there like that. Maybe here in the corner, come down a little bit. Maybe a get batch right up in there. Maybe a nice batch in the middle here, just like that. And that's about all I need with that. Get some boop. That's it. All right, then let's leave it be. Fabby, hello. Mark, hello. Faye, how you doing, Faye? Those are some nice poinsettias you did, Faye. I bet you didn't think I'd look at your site. Yes, I do. It's good to see you, Faye. I miss you doing those videos there, Faye. Just saying. Just saying. We got a few talented artists. Hey, Ed. We got a few talented artists in here. So I know Chrissy. I don't know if you ever heard of Faye, but click on her name, you'll see some of her beautiful artwork. Also, she's Bob Ross certified instructor. Okay. And same for you, Faye. You can click on Chrissy Campus Art and see all the wonderful work she does, and she does do it live. She has a scheduled time also when she does her work. Okay, so we've established. Let's raise this up a little bit here. We've established. Now we'll keep it right here. We'll keep it right here. We'll zoom in a little bit. We're not doing anything with the bottom right now, so we'll put it right here. All right, over here. Now, part of my head is just the camera angle, so I'll just try to remember to keep my head back. All right. So we established a little horizon line type of deal right here. Now, for all of these colors to really, how you doing, Marilyn? For all these colors to really pop out, obviously, with a strong light, you need a strong. Hello, Maria. How are you? You need a strong dark. All right. So we're gonna establish two different types of trees. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking just to see what I have for colors that I didn't use up already. Of course, I'm gonna pop in some more yellow here, and we're gonna pop in. Now, this is a winter scene, so there may be some snow on various um, trees and whatnot, or a lot of snow. Don't know yet. My mind's usually kind of racing about 1,000,000 miles a minute when I do these things. Okay, but I pretty much have an idea in mind on what I want to portray here. I'm thinking a little more phthalo blue. I think I have enough of the other colors more or less. All right. So what I want to establish right now is I want some taller pines in the back. Okay, no mountains or not even any clouds, because the trees are gonna the tree line is gonna pretty much take up the background here. So want some pines in here. I'm gonna mix the pines in with the deciduous trees. Okay, so Um, I'm thinking I want some pines. I got to do it kind of clever because I really don't want to hide all of the little sunburst right here. So I'll finagle a way to get that done. But I got an idea in mind. All right, let's get a little bit of this alizarin crimson. We're gonna put the alizarin crimson. You guys can pretty much see this pretty good. I'll put the alizarin crimson right here. I'm just establishing some dark. I get some phthalo, which keeps it fairly, as you can see, a deep maroon color. Now, a deep maroon color with all this bright, it's gonna appear black, especially when this stuff gets a little bit it dries and it becomes a flat color. All right, okay, alrighty then. Let's commence with the festivities, shall we? So, I believe I want my trees. I'll do this. Watch. Now, this is me doing it in reverse. Okay. My trees are going to be somewhere up around in here. The deciduous trees will be up around in here like this. I'll mound them up like that. Maybe up here. And then it just abruptly stops. Okay. So the trees will be here. At least the deciduous trees will be around in this area. I might pop some up around in, let's be crafty here, up around in here, just like this. I'll pop a couple right here. It comes down. Okay, give it a little gap, and then we'll pop another one up in here, like this. I'm just turning the brush around so the deciduous trees will be in here. It'll be kind of dark down in here, like that. And we'll continue it on like this, and we'll kind of raise it up here. You want an interesting little silhouette shapes in here. Okay, so they'll be up in here, and if you notice, as I'm doing, it'll be fairly dark down here. It really won't matter. These are pretty solid down in here. Now, if you notice the way I have the trees, I want interesting little leaves. I want the color to kind of come through in some of these guys. Okay, and I guess we'll strengthen and do the rest of the deciduous guys because I want the pine trees to be more or less in the back. So we're gonna keep it relatively dark down here anyway, but it's coming up above here. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you guys can see it. I'll start shaping up these guys. They don't have to be too tall because the pines are behind them. Just something like that. Don't be afraid to leave a little bit of gaps in there. Bring some of that color through. Okay. All right. It gets to be pretty dark down here. This is where the tree line is down in this area. So I'm not really too worried about that. Now I can take some of this because I still have plenty. I'm going to take the corner of my brush. This is heavy bodied acrylic paint. I work with acrylic paint. I got to mention that because people will ask if I'm working with oils or acrylic, and I'm working with acrylic. I used to be an oil painter exclusively, actually. And we'll just kind of pop in a few things in here just to fill it up a little bit. Like I say, the pine trees are going to be in the back of this guy. And then they're going to be in the back here, just being pines. Then they're going to make their way up here. Okay. They're going to stop around in this area, get some love to the little sun glow back there. And then they'll kind of crop back up here. All right. So that's kind of um, in the paperwork in my mind. That's how it's going to go. We'll see what happens when I actually apply color. All right. Hey, Billy. Audrey. Hello. Mark. Welcome. This is Michelle Kirkland. Ed. Hey, that play's coming up pretty soon, Ed. Robert, how are you? JP, hello. Pamu, hello. If you're still here. There's a few that pop in, they see what I'm doing, then they pop out, or they come back a little bit later, which is cool. I don't mind. It's all good. Like I say, today's pretty much a kind of a busy day for everybody, so I understand. Okay. My mind is churning to see what I really want to do for the texture of the trees right now. I got the paint situated in a different, obviously, I'm usually it's usually this way. I did it this way for today. Okay, I'm gonna take the soft blender brush today, and we're gonna see um, if I can get some gentle tree brush shapes from this. I'm just getting a little phthalo blue, a little bit of green. I'll stir it up in there like that. All right, just like so. Yeah, we'll keep it kind of bright-ish for the simple reason that it's by the sun, and we're gonna cover some of this with probably snow or whatnot. But we're gonna take this very softly. Let me see something here, because I never tried it with this brush, but I'm just seeing if I can get some interesting um, tree pattern shapes. I'll move my head back here because I see that in my head's in a way. And we just give it a light little touch, just like this. Look, here, let's do this. There we are. Interesting little, and I'm not getting rid of all of that dark, and I don't want to, we'll put some of that down here like that. Just a couple of little touches, just like that. I don't want to make all that dark disappear, and I don't want to make my background shine disappear in there, but just a few little touches of color in there. I'm twirling my brush around, gets interesting little shapes, just like that. I don't have to go crazy. This is perfect. 'Cause remember, I may add snow on here, so we're gonna let it tack up, let it dry. You gotta kind of think ahead. All right. All right. And we're gonna continue this. Get my head out of the way. Let's bring it out toward this way. Now I might have to mix up some more color, and that's fine. Just like this. All right. And we're gonna continue moving around. I'm twirling my brush every time I do this. Like I say, I don't want to destroy all of that dark, and I'm not going to. Get a touch more yellow, touch more blue, just like that. Brighten it up a little bit. This might do. That might do fine. Now with such a soft brush, okay, you're gonna have to kind of coax it into a shape. I'm using pure paint because I want it to dry. Okay, just like so. Pops in here. I don't want to get rid of all of the, like I say, just choose your, you know how they say choose your battles? Just choose your spots. Okay. Very soft touch. Just like so. Go above it a little bit. Okay. I don't have to worry about them being picture perfect because one, they're in the background back there. I don't want to get rid of some of that sunlight going through the bushes there. And once it dries, obviously, um, it sets into the color that precedes it, so it darkens it all up. Okay, I'm just going back on the other side for a little bit, but that's fairly what I want. All right, I'm cleaning off the very soft blending brush here. It's nothing but a makeup brush I got from Walmart. They're a whole lot cheaper than going to uh, Michael's or something and buying a blender brush, and they essentially do the very, very, very same thing. So but if you want to spend the money and buy that stuff, go for what you know. I'm not mad at you. Okay, as I'm looking at it here, I guess I could tease some highlights in there, but like I say, it's going to be covered with snow, so I may not want to really deal with all of that. Um, but I can put them in. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway because I'm just difficult like that sometimes. Now I'm going to take my brush, same blender brush here, and here, let me show you something. I'll show you down here. Okay, if it focuses right. Okay, you see how I got it at the tip? Now this is very maneuverable. Okay, and so I got it on the tip because the shape of the brush is an oval shape. Alright, what's up, Asuna? Hey Ian, what's going on? So, I'm going to take this with these little tiny bristles here, and I'm going to do little baby highlights here and there. I'm going to get more paint. Usually I can do this with a thicker paint with these tiny bristles, and as I'm tapping it here, I can, here, I can shape it a little bit. All right, and then once again, nothing but yellow, and then I'll just brighten up a few of them, just like that. Come up here up top, brighten a few. Come down here, brighten a few. Turn your brush around. You get all sorts of interesting shapes and stuff happening. All right. Of course, you guys didn't see a single thing of that because the camera's on the other side of the paper, but that's okay. We'll start from here. We're gonna do the same thing. So just a couple spots of brightness. I'll be a little more mindful of that, just like that. All right. Don't be um, um, a little intimidated if they appear to be too bright. Um, Trust me, it's not. Remember, acrylic paint dries through evaporation, so it's going to turn flat. All right, it's going to. I'm getting some more. Oh, you guys can see it on the bottom screen what I'm doing. Um, and I'll just shape it because this is a very soft blender brush. Okay, and I'll add some more up in here. The brighter your highlight, the brighter the paint you use for highlight, the less of it you need. All right, because you're just accentuating just high points. Okay, and as I'm doing the highlights, you still see some of the background sunlight shining through some of those leaves and such. And it's coming over here, and so I'm being very choosy on where I'm putting my highlights. All right, I am. You might not look it, but I am being choosy, very picky about where they should set. All right, so let's bring this out a little bit. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's center that there. All right, now remember, we're gonna put pine trees in here. The pines will be in here. They're all gonna, you can get a batch of pines here. Okay, maybe nothing in here, and then they're gonna start cropping up again, getting tall, taller like that. So it's just an interesting way for me to kind of put surround this little bright patch in there. All right, so you got a hey Madonna, how are you? Hey Miss Gilbert, how are you? I see you. Oh, I know, Ian. I know. We're real. Yeah, it's definitely bedtime where you are. For those of you who might not know Ian Apples, um, he is a good Kaba from Australia. Okay, and click on his name. You go right to his site, and you see all the artwork and tutorials he does. He does have a YouTube channel. All right, but all that information is there. All right. Um, so give it a whirl and see you and see some of that magnificent work. Carla, 25 degrees and snow on the ground. Oh no, it's going to be 55 degrees here with the wind blowing. I know it's crazy, but you know what? We're not complaining. Trust me, we would have about 3 feet of snow already. So yeah, we're not complaining out here. What's up, Arbor? Arbor, how are you? You just woke up, Jessica, and this is what you see. Well, I guess it's a good way to start the morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I say, I hope for those of us in the states, everybody's getting their cooking on and whatnot. So, you know, I can understand that. I'm getting a small fan brush. Well, thank you very much, Arbor. I appreciate it. Got a lovely family. I seen them there. I was checking them out there. Lovely family, Arbor. Okay, small fan brush. I'll put it right here. You guys can see it. Okay, we're gonna do our pine trees. Now the pine trees are a little far away. All right. I'm gonna take a little extra care and put them in there because remember some of this is gonna get coated with snow. Anyways, it's gonna be a winter scene. Okay. And I'm going to do them just like I did the other trees. I'm gonna coat them in a nice dark color as soon as I mix enough of it. And for a snow scene, I'm gonna be adding a whole lot of dark color, but it kind of brings it out a little more. All right, we're gonna have people skating and whatnot, but they're not gonna be like ultra detailed. They'll be there's ways you can do the human figures that will appear um, very satisfactory and give the impression of them skating because you got to put on little winter coats and stuff on them. So I don't know if this will be a two-parter or not. It depends on how I keep moving around here. So let's get a little bit of the red. We're gonna dip it and we'll put it here with this other color is, and we get obviously some more of the blue, just like this. We'll stir it around there. I think I'll just start with this first, and then we'll build up the color from there. I'm gonna get us a tiny, 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 tiny bit of water and loosen up the paint a little bit. I don't want to add no glycerin. I did the glycerin and white paint mix earlier on. That's how I was able to blend and fade all this stuff. Okay. I may use the glycerin when it comes to doing the snow or shading in the parts of the snow. It all depends on how I'm feeling and what I want to do. Actually, all right. Now we don't want to really destroy all this color you see here. And with a pine tree with all this needles and such, you can easily do that. So we'll um, we'll start them about yay high. And what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do, how I start them, use the corner of the brush, and you slowly get to use the rest of the brush. But because the deciduous trees are here on top, um, you won't be able to truly go as far. But I like my trees. This is just me, but I like my trees a little thicker in the middle. Okay, and then I'll flare them out like so. I'll keep them going just like that, and keep it going just like that. Do them at different heights. Okay, I'm just getting a little more paint because I don't need to touch this as heavy. You follow me? So I like kind of my trees, like I say, with a lot of bulk in the middle of them, and then they just flare out. Okay, so I'm turning the brush around because I know I got more paint on the other side, and I'll keep the familiar tree shape like so. Bring some down like that. Another illusion to give yourself distance, a little depth in the trees is make them. Um, I'll show you here. I'll get a smaller one right about here. Okay, that's just a little guide, kind of present where they are. And I just use the corner, and then I go outward. I started out doing the Bob Ross Z trees just like everybody else. Okay, the secret to doing this is keep them relatively dark where the other trees meet, like this, and bring some of that darkness down in there. Okay. Oh, I'll put one way up here. Bam. Now, just because I got one this high doesn't mean it's going to cover 80% of everything. No, it's just a tall, lanky tree, like a basketball player there. Okay. Just like to bring some out like that. Bring a little patch of it in there. And then I'm going to take it, I'm twirling the brush around, just like that. Bring some of that back there like this. Now I'm just going to continue it on. I'm going to just go shadow it with dark red in here. Because remember, we're going to have trees coming, nothing but pine trees coming this way. I'll put one a little closer here. Can you guys still see this? Let's do this. There. That's perfectly framed. Okay, I'm getting a little more dark. Put it right in there. Get a little more of this. See, alizarin crimson and this deep phthalo blue. Awesome for a dark color. Now, remember what I told you in the beginning of this video, that when you put dark color like this together, when it fully dries, it appears it appears black, and it's not black. All right, very soft, very appealing to the eye. This softer color. It's a dark color. It's a good substitute for jet black. Because if I added jet black in here, trust me, you'll definitely know it's black, because it will just stick out like a sore thumb. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Margaret. Hello. Yeah, people from the south. Yeah, of course they would they would like to have more snow because you very rarely get it, and what you do get is not very impressive, especially if you were raised up here. Now, as I'm doing this, and I know these trees are coming to the forefront this way. Okay, let me get a little touch of water. The water is just loosens up this heavy body paint here. I'm using a tiny brush, so, and not much pressure at all. So the lighter the taps, I can pretty much control it a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna aim my brush downward because I want more of a pine shape. So yes, I am aiming my brush at a downward slant like this, like this. Okay, I'm not going straight up. I'm going downward. All right. Then yes, it does make a difference, as you can see. And as I'm doing this, okay, I'm gonna keep a little bit of that brightness all in between because people key into those little details like that. If you don't think they do, trust me, they do. I'll bring my little tiny guy right in here. Now I can see just by a couple of taps that it's not gonna. I just need more paint. It keeps the bristles kind of in place there, just like that. And we'll just tap in a few, just like this. I try to tap and not drag. Okay, just like that. You don't need to um, truly go crazy with it, just like so. Let's give us a little detail, just like that. Let's get that middle tighter, like so. All right. Okay. And we'll move it along. We're gonna keep. This is gonna be pretty much plain Jane. Let's raise it up. Oh, not too much. There. There. All right. We're gonna just continue moving along with this, and it is going to be a winter scene. All right. Okay. We'll we'll pop a nice size one right up in here, just because. Just because. I like my middles a little deep, just like so. Just like that. Bring it out there. Let's put one. Hold on. Get a little bit more water. You guys would laugh actually of how much water I'm just tapping into this paint. I just wanted to move around a little better than what it's doing, and I don't want it ultra runny because it's not really necessary. Just like this, because I don't want to get rid of all that nice bright. Just like that. Put it in there. Just like that. I'm gonna keep that little spot right in there. Yes, it's nerdy, I know, but believe me, people key into that stuff. Trust me, they do. They do. Just getting some more paint, a little more water there. Move that around a little bit better. This is heavy bodied acrylic paint. Just because I put a little more water in don't mean it's gonna get really soupy. That's not gonna happen. You need a little more water than that. When they're actually this far away, um, they have to have a very interesting silhouette. Okay, so people know, it is a pine tree. Okay, let's put some. I kind of like that little fade right in there. Yes, people be staring. They look. Trust me, they look. And once again, come out a little bit further on some. Bring some of that in. Usually around when I go into the front trees. All right, I keep it pretty solid because one, it helps bring the trees in the front out a little bit, even though they're in the background. All right, okay. Oh, let's pop a little piece of a guy right there. Can you guys see that still? Yes. And I'll turn the brush around so a little thinner there. I work in the middle, just like this, because I want to kind of deepen all of that. And then I'll just bring some of that out here and there, like so. Oh, pop another giant back there. A little higher. Boom. About that size. Big fella. I like a strong middle for my trees, just like this. And I'm going left and right. Adjust the angle of your brush. Just keep it. Just get some depth right in there like that. Just like so. Okay, all them unusual, pretty little shapes there. Okay, all of that helps sell this thing. All right. Okay. A little more water. Just like that. This is actually a perfect time. The dog is asleep, the cat is asleep. I'm not expecting no company, so this is actually the perfect time to do all of this. I'm painting at a slant. I gotta make sure that my head's not in the way. You guys can still see it, which is cool. Turn it around. Just aim the brush in a different direction, give me a different shape for the trees here. I'll slide it just over here. For some reason, I just want them taller. I like that too. We're not gonna see it much though. Get a tall guy right there, and we'll just continually. Let's get the middle. Let's get the middle done here. I'll just show you there's different ways to approach this guy. Now down here in the bottom, I'll really darken it. Okay, and we're good there. We're all right. Let's just darken that up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna go right to putting most of the paint right on the tips of the brush, and we'll just play, just like this. Come out that way, a little bit that way. Come out this way a little bit, this way. We'll make him a little wider there, just like that. Keep going with it, like so. Yeah, we're good. Okay, that'll work. Karsten, Pimmy. Hey, Pimmy. How are you? Okay, let's pull back a little bit. And you guys will see exactly what's happening here. Okay, so we've got a little bit of that happening. Okay, I'm going to rinse off the brush real quick here. You know, I could really actually get away with just the darkness because it looks backlit with the sunlight back here. So I can get away with that, actually. I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow. Okay, we'll put it right in here. Because that mix of the red and that blue is in there, it gives me a darker green, as you can see. You'll be very familiar with mixing colors. And also, if you know, I got what, 6 colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always use a very small palette because for those of you who are starting out and who are beginning, you don't need a whole bunch of colors to achieve the colors you're looking for. Okay, I can mix anything and get whatever color I want out of those. Okay, if I chose to. But I do this on purpose, mix a small palette on purpose, just for that very reason. All right. Let's go from here since we already started. I'm gonna put a little bit of greenage in them, a little, not much because they're gonna be covered with snow. All right, so I'll just tap in with the darker green, just a little bit. It's just gonna settle into that dark, which you see here, and I'm not gonna obviously get rid of all that darkness, but just tapping in just a few. You can do it on either side because, like I said, there's going to be snow covering some of these fellas. And I'm just doing it right on top of the dark area of the pine trees. And it is a deeper, yes, you guys can see it. It is a deeper green. So obviously it's going to settle into that purple. So you'll see a hint of this green, but obviously it will not look like the green that you see in the front trees. Okay, so you gotta give people the difference. I'll get that dark in the back there. Let's get a little more yellow. Let's go back into some of this dark here. Gives me the same color, green, just like that. Right toward the front of the bristles. Let's move this around. Put it right here, and we're gonna commence and do the same thing. Some of these trees I'm gonna just leave dark because that, once again, establish even more depth for those of you who care to look that far, and you will. Most people do. In time, you'll know, you'll feel how much paint you have on your brush. Come on up here. I don't need to drown these background trees in color because some of them will be in snow. You can even paint snow in different shades. Alright, you can put just about any color you want in snow in moderation. It still appear to be snow. Okay, I've done snow where I started the whole process in gray, and then I added dioxazine purple in the gray, and then I topped it off all with white, and it will make you a very convincing um, amount of snow. Now, keep in mind, I do have the tape here, okay, because snowbanks or whatever we're going to put in the front. Everything else will be relatively simple. The most busy part of this whole painting is what I've done so far. All right. Okay, let's pull back just a little bit here, and you look at the whole thing so far of what we got. All right. Hey, Maria, how are you? Hey, Hoswana, how are you? Believe it or not, I was looking for you this morning. I don't think you did anything uh, this morning. I don't know who this clown is that keeps trying to text me. I just zip him out of there. He's gone. All right. So we've established more or less um, the deciduous trees are in the front. I'm gonna do something with the deciduous trees for a second to let you know that they're they're at least those type of trees. I'm gonna get a little bit of the yellow. I'll put it right here. Slight hint of white. Put it right there. I'll just mix them just like that. Okay. Maybe a touch of purple in there. Marble up a little bit. That should be just enough. We'll go here, even right off the tape. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can see it. I just get my little helmet out the way, and we'll pop in a few of these guys in here like this. Just a few, just a couple. So we got some trunks in there. All right, this will help let you know that these are actually the long deciduous trees. Half in the tape, half out the tape there. Just like that. Just give a hint that that's what they are back there. And we'll do a couple here to vary the heights on them. We'll put a taller one in there, something like that. We'll slap a crooked one in there like this. We'll come over here and do the same thing. Put one right in here. Right in here. A little taller fella in there, something like that. Okay. Alright. That's enough of that. There. Okay. Hold on one second. Usually as artists, you start to see something, and then the ideas start flowing. I'm gonna just be sneaky, and we'll pop some brightness right in here, just like this, just like this. I know it's kind of sneaky. You can be sneaky. You're allowed. Pop some sun rays in there real quick. Boom. Dry brush. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. I'm being very sneaky. I'm gonna dry brush some quick sun rays in here. Just some small, quickie ones there. Very light with the brush. Very light. And right from that center there, I'll brush some in there. See, I'm being very coy about it. And we'll pop one that way. Just be kind of sneaky with it. Very sneaky. Get it to the point where people look at it and like, are those sun rays? What are those? Are those sun rays? They won't know. You're being real sneaky about it. Watch this. Just like that. They don't know. Put them in there a little bit. Come on, sneak one out there like that. Huh? Sneaky, isn't it? Check that out. Alright. Now, when you put snow on it and whatnot, you can always return and go back to all of that. Okay? Like I said, I'm just being a little sneaky. We'll put a little bit of, because this is dry, so we're going to tease some brightness right up in there, just like that. Just be real coy about it. You slowly, yeah, you guys can see it. You slowly build it up, just layer after layer. Be real sneaky. This is the thing about acrylic paint. You can add this, because this is all dry. All right. So you can be relatively sneaky. And there you go. Hey, Lorna, how are you? So if we slide it over a little bit, okay, you kind of see little faint little, it's in there a little bit. Okay, you can have that for free. I just thought about that real quick there. I'll just clean off the brush here. Ooh, I can't wait to see your take on the rules. Cause I don't believe I've ever seen you make any. So 60 by 80. So yeah, that is a nice size. I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, for those of you who are here who don't know, um, Hoswana, click on her name. You will see her making. She got a YouTube and a Facebook. Obviously, she got a Facebook page. But click on her name and see some of that wonderful artwork she's doing. Very detailed, extremely detailed. All right, so we've got our woods here done. We've got our deciduous trees here done. We're gonna start to mold some of this and make it a winter scene real fast here. All right, I'm gonna take the same brush. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of the phthalo blue, a little bit. All right, phthalo blue, like that red, is extremely powerful. I'm gonna mix some of this blue in here like that. Get a little bit brighter blue. Okay, just like this. All right. Okay, so we'll start adding a little snow to these fellas. Actually, let's put some on the trees themselves, just like this. Watch, and it's gonna take the shape of these trees. Come on down here a little bit, and we'll put some up in here, just like that. And we're gonna bring some of that down here, just like that. Take that blue. Why is snow blue? Well, you wanna build up just like this. Come on down. Come on down in here a little, just like this. Told you I was gonna put snow and stuff on this. Okay, just like that. We're not gonna get rid of all that green, but we're gonna kind of put some snow in there. You will be highlighting that blue. It'll be more of a dry brush thing, like your let's like when you do snow. Let's say you with snow you're like making also like little clouds, or you're gonna like you're dry brushing rocks. Okay, something like that. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of that. I'm gonna be very slick about it, and we'll put something there like that. All right. So we'll save some of those sun rays. Up around in here. Pop some in here. Come on down here, just like that. So we're just gonna build our snow patterns, just like so. Up in here, it's like this. Come on down, cover some of that part up. We can kind of slide some like this if you want. Right now, just like everything else, you're just building up the core color. All right, all up in here, and these guys are in the front like that. We'll put some up in here like that. Come up in here, pop it all in here. Come down like this. Put some on the ground here, just like that. And we'll slide some of that this way. Slide some of that over here. Another benefit with acrylic paint. Okay, you see me pat all this stuff down with the blue. I'm going to take a very small filbert. I do have a slender filbert here. And if I can't find the filbert, I'll just use a small flat brush, but I do got a thin filbert. I think it's hiding right here. You're hiding under the other brushes because he doesn't want to be seen with me in public. I guess it was just a summer thing. Alright, so get a little bit of titanium white. I'll show you something here. Alright, here, look under the dirty green water. You see that little tip of white paint there? Pure titanium white. Okay, hello Richard, how are you? Mary Lou Stone, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Hey, Big Ben, how you doing, Ben? Yep. What I'm doing, for those of you who did pop in, I'll say it again. This is 14 by 22. This is actually foam board. Okay, very smooth, no texture, very smooth surface. Okay, this is actually a dual video because I'm gonna edit this. I'll download it, edit it, and going to put it on YouTube because this is one of the painting requests that I had posted a little while back about what paintings up to 10 tutorials that you have not seen me do that you would like to see done, and this is one of them. This is like number 7 or 8. All right, okay, let's go to the snow. We're gonna take it and dry brush, just dry brush some of those snow tops on there. You're not gonna get rid of all that blue. I'm gonna handle this like I would handle a cloud, okay? Which is, I'm basically gonna scrumble it in like so, and just fade off the bottom edge. It will look like a little snow hanging up on there. Look, and with this, you could slide around, make it join. It depends on how heavy you want the snow to be. Okay, we're gonna put a little bits of snow on the pines back there and everything. This will go relatively quickly here because they're kind of a ways away. They're the background. Okay, and there'll be other stuff. I'm just spending a lot of time back on the background here because you want to envelop a scene. It is a snow scene. Because right now it looks kind of like spring and summer because obviously I didn't put the snow in there. And we're gonna play. We're gonna play and just make the snow. We're scrambling the snow a little bit here, just like so. Keep building, building, and building. Now, for those of you who've got quite a bit of time, you do it as long as it takes for you to do it. All right. As I'm doing this, also be aware that I can also glaze on even more color when this is dry, and this stuff won't take very long to dry. I can just take it and just slide it along just like that. And this is mixing in with the light blue, which is mixing in with the green. Okay, there, snow. You remember, you have to see through your building stage of your painting. All right. What do I mean when I say see through? Well, if it doesn't look quite like what you envisioned it, that's because you're only a a little less than halfway through your painting. Just keep going. Keep going. It will get there. Especially if it's in your mind on what you have to do in your mind's eye. All right. We'll slide some of that around in here too, just like that. Just like so. Now, if you notice it, I'm not getting rid of all that blue. It looks like just um, snow that's just has no sunlight reaching it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much dry there. So I can put my hand on it because it's dry. Different materials that you paint on, glycerin will have a quicker or a slower reaction, drying time wise. Just like that. And we'll slide some of that over there, slide some of that there. Just like that. I'm not getting rid of that blue. You'll see it. You'll see the blue. I'm still using the side of the brush, side of the filbert. Now, keep in mind, I can put my hand on here, but the tape itself down here, that's not porous. So be mindful of that. That will leave a trail. Even the tape here is still wet. Just be mindful. That is all. Still side of the brush. Just like this. Side of the brush. And I'll take it and we'll just dry brush some of that snow on there. Just like that. Just like so. You're not getting rid of all that blue, trust me. That's not happening. When it dries, you'll see tints of it. Just like this. And basically, it's mainly like you're kind of, let's slide that over here. Like you're almost like you're shading. You're taking the same approach as you would do a cloud. So wherever you want your sunlight to hit, then you just take the other part and just blend it away into your previous color. So they have that traveling around like that. And it's like this. Let's move it over a little bit. Okay. Right up around in here. It's like that. We'll have it join up in here like that. And we'll just kind of create little mounds and pockets. Just like that. Some of this. Hello, Grant. And welcome back, Rosalie. Some of this might be a little tedious for some, but it all depends on how much detail you want. Okay. All depends. It's really up to you. How far do you want to go within your painting to make you happy? All right. Because as of right now, I'm doing this as it's not even a piece like to sell or whatnot. If somebody's interested, cool. But right now, I'm doing this as just a tutorial, and I'm handling it as such, just to show someone how to do it. At least my interpretation of how to do it. Other artists may do it, handle it another way, and there's no real rule to doing it. The only rule really is like your light source. That's a rule. Okay, depth and perception, perspective. Those are rules. Um, Stuff like that. But how to achieve it, how to go about to get the look you're looking for. Um, I mean, if you can get this same look using a pot handle, whatever it takes for you to get the look that you're looking for. Hello, Ellen. Um, you like that foreign board? Yeah, I do actually. I do. This stuff is really good for if I wanted to do portraits because it's so smooth. It's really cool. Um, Nice smooth look. Get those portraits done. Okay, let's spread this back over here. Let's play with some of that snow on the pines. I'm gonna still use this. Who is doing this? Hold on for a second. Let's see who it is. Who are you? I don't know who this is. I'll get to them later. Oh, it's Buddy. Hey. All right. He doesn't know I'm doing a live. Let's go to the trees here. Now, for the pine trees, as I do them, because pine trees has a certain look and a certain shape to them. All right. And one, that's two. Let's get a little, I'm getting a little bit more blue here. Blue. Blue and white. Just to lighten it up a little bit. All right, now we'll do it again. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. What I'm going to do is approach it from the downward angle like this. And these, because they're pine trees, they're going to maintain a certain look and a certain shape. I could do it with a fan brush, but I don't want to. They're going to kind of like that. Keep a look to them. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to get rid of everything. Pine pine trees kind of keep their shape, keep their obviously they're called evergreens. They keep their leaves structures like so. I'm just going upside down. I'm going to just tap it here, and I'm not gonna do everything. But you know how the leaves kind of hang on to, they hang on to the patch. It's just gravity how they hang on to lower leaves like that, and you can build up and have them look any type of way, but maintain their general shape. This is why I'm going upside down, because you know how the snow kind of collects on some of these fellas back there, like so. Yeah, I'm just having a little fun with them. And as I pull back, you see me do this. You'll see the shape starting to form with some of these fellas. Not gonna get rid of all that black, and they will look like snow covered pines. Okay. Oh, you guys can see plenty of it. All right, I'm looking here. Okay. Keep some of that dark green and some of those darks back there. We'll throw in the rays again as long as I can remember. Very convincing, right? Okay. Like I said, a lot of time is being taken up just on the background here, because when it comes to snowbanks and whatnot, is a lot of that's just glazing, shaping the snow. My painting style has somewhat changed over the years. I used to be extremely detailed and put all sorts of colors in it, but um, but for people who are like starting out, I had refashioned the way I do things because um, one, the advent of doing this stuff on TV has slowly kind of faded away because of the internet and YouTube, Facebook, and whatnot. You can get just as many viewers, if not even more, all depending. Um, Really. So even though I had trained myself for TV and do in oil painting, um, people were asking me a series of questions that entailed um, me to slow it down and to simplify it a lot. So as far as spending so much time doing very, yeah, you guys can still see it. Spending so much time doing these, the different types of um, techniques, I wanted to show people something that they can do that's achievable and have a very satisfied look doing them. Okay, but you don't have to spend 3 days on it, because many people who would like to paint usually paint on weekends when they have a little bit of time, and they really don't they want to see results a little quicker, but it look not to have it look like a 5 year old did it. All right, and time is very valuable, and they want to do this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna bring that out a little bit more, and so I devise a way and techniques to show them how to achieve it. And as you're seeing me do this, and I'm talking to you, you see that I'm holding the brush upside down. It's a filbert, okay, and I'm using the side to kind of frame in some stuff. But you know how snow would look on a large pine tree, how it gathers up on the tips. Okay, depending on how much snow, but it still gathers. Gravity still goes downward, no matter the shape of the tree. All right, and basically, what I'm doing, I'm intentionally keeping a lot of the darks in there. Coming down here, I'm just giving it a slight push, like so. But as you can see, now summer has turned into winter. All right. Still looking at it. Still looking at it. Okay, we're good. We're good here. I can peel this tape off now. And so what we're going to do is start to form the middle ground. All right. Now, as we form the middle ground, then I can start shaping how far I want this pond to go. I already know that there's going to be something here coming in, and it's going to cover some of that. Don't know if I have it open here or not. All right. It all depends because I still have figures going in here. The figures will probably be added more or less last. All right. So let's peel this guy back. Now, this is very smooth board. Like I say, it's foam board, very smooth. All right, this blue stuff will stick to it quite nicely, as you can see. I got this board taped fairly decently well to this my Avery board here, so it's not going anywhere. But I'm pulling, as you can see, I'm rocking back and forth. I'll show you here. Okay. Now the paint on here this tape is not porous, so the paint's still there. I'm gonna have to just wipe my hands off. But I'm pulling and I'm doing the up and down just like that. Okay. The reason why I'm pulling I'm not pulling up into it because it creates a film here. All right. If it connected and you pull upward, you're gonna rip some of that off. That's just a bad look to have. Period. Now, it's very apparent I'm not going to keep that straight line. We all know that. So there'll be little mounds and whatnot. Okay. Um, yeah, that's pretty much dry. I think this is pretty close to getting there, except for that tape. But it's pretty much close to getting there too. So, yeah. Okay. I'll use my go-to brush that I usually go to. All right. Let's do something a little different for gray. Yeah, we'll block it in with gray. More doxazine purple, just like that. More doxazine. We're gonna take two color opposites because I think you guys hear me talk about that often. So let's take some doxazine right here. All right, quite a bit of it. We'll put it right there. Take some yellow. We'll put it right there. It turns this weird warm brown gray color like that. Okay. Why am I even playing with this thick brush? We need plenty of it. So I'm up here playing games with that little piece of color. So let's really get some in there. Stop playing games. All right. The purple. Where's that yellow at? All right. Purple and yellow. They're opposites on the. Hello, Karen. Welcome back. They're opposites on the color wheel. All right. And here we go with that nice warm gray, just like that. All right. Now it looks kind of on the brown side. They canceling each other out. They're opposite on the color wheel. Okay. Let's take a wee bit of titanium white. I'm gonna show you what this looks like in a second here. Watch this. Now you see that those are two opposites. When you add white to it, I don't even add that much white. There. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right. So we add a little bit of white to this. Watch what happens. Okay. Ready? And there we go. See that nice warm gray color? Look at that. See this? Look at that. Now that's a nice, it's a warm gray right there. Okay. Just like so. We're going to make snow out of that. I know it looks kind of disgusting for snow, but we're going to make it. It's going to happen. Okay, let's go back up here. All right. Let's see. Let's start here for a second. Let's get a nice oval look here, like this, something like that. All right, and we'll keep it like that. Let's go up here. I'll lower it a little bit. Okay, we'll start adding like that. Boom. When you like myself, okay, I'm doing a lot of tutorials, and people judge quality according to the what they see and what they feel. All right. Um, Now, people who know me for quite a while, they knew that, especially during the beginning, I was really detailed and whatnot. But then again, I wanted to be an instructor, but everything's a learning process, a finding problem. You find yourself as an artist, and what you want to gear yourself toward. You know, and I decided to gear myself toward people who are ignored a lot, people who want to learn, but nobody either has the time, has the will, has the patience to show them. All right. So I end up adjusting my style to accommodate those who really want to know how did so and so get it to look like this, and how can I get it to look like that. I would like to see it. I would like to achieve something even close, whatever. And if I can devise or show them a technique that can help them get something of what they're looking for, not only will the technique show them how to do it, but the technique will also allow them to be their own artists. Right, but until when they get accustomed to it and used to it, they're gonna discover how their way of doing it, even with that same technique. So the very same painting will be a different painting, yet still be the same painting. Hey Shane. Okay, so basically, um, that's how I geared it towards. Cause could I go more into detail in doing all of this? Sure I could. Sure I could. But what sense would that make if I lose people in the middle of all of it? It would be just a 90-minute waste of time. All right. So I try to gear it and try to explain it clearly and precisely enough, the method of why I'm doing it, the reason why I'm doing it in the way that I'm doing it, so they can understand. And once they understand it and then apply it and see it happen for them, because each person is their own individual, then they notice that it works for them. They're willing to experiment more, and once they get accustomed to it, they'll develop their own style, um, and they'll go about their merry way. And that's basically how it is. But some people might look at it, especially if they haven't seen your work in a while, and they're like, "Boy, did you take a step backwards or whatever?" But it's because no, I continue molding and forming my style to show a mass of people how to do it, and that can't really say no more past that. Um, but can I do the ultra detailed, make it look like the person type of thing? Yes, I've done portraits like that. People, animals, dogs, places. And there's one coming up where I did because somebody asked about a portrait, and I did one of the actor that plays Jacob Black from the Twilight thing there. I did a portrait of him. That's coming up in a couple weeks or whatever. It's already done and whatnot. So, but yeah, I can do all sorts of stuff like that. All right, so all of this has got that warm gray look to it here. Now I can start building and forming and doing whatever. But the first thing I'll do the background stuff here. Okay, the paint was put on pretty thick. One to get rid of all the white back there. All right. And another one is I get to scumble and dry brush some snow texture. Okay, I can glaze on whatever colors I want with this, but now we got the snow texture and whatnot. Like I said, the people will more than likely be at it last, and there'll probably be another section. I'll probably um, do it because painting people a little more involved because even if they're like just uh, f- um, people are just different, period. Okay, and that'd be a separate thing. I might come back on again and just finish off doing the people, but everything else will be pretty much said and done. Like I said, this part of it is not going to take very long, because really it's according to how you, as an artist, will interpret all of what I'm going to do next. All right, because everybody's going to have their own vision of snow patterns, and all of that good stuff. And as you can see, I'm taking my 1.5 inch brush. I got the sides coated. All right. Why do I have the sides coated? Because you're thinking about texture of the snow here. Okay. And we'll come right here from the mound, and we're gonna start just doing this. And now remember, this board is smooth, so you're gonna get all sorts of fun textures and stuff happening and playing around in here, just like this. And remember, this is not the final texture. We're just laying the color, base groundwork color. You follow me? Just like that. You can have all sorts of fun. I'm just having a ball here. This is the fun part, sweetheart. And I'm just basically getting all of this good stuff here laid out. Yeah, Jessica, I could, but I very rarely get sick, so guess what? I don't have any cough drops. Zero. But you're right, cough drops do help. I very rarely, but I have postnasal drip, so that happens. That's just a condition. All right, my mother has it. I have it. When you talk a lot, and your voice just dries up, and you just start hacking. That's just one of the things I just gotta work with, deal with. And if I probably drink a lot of water, drink more water, it would probably also help. It's kind of sad. I got my coffee here and I think it's cold. Anyway, we're just getting the base color down. All right. And it may mean like a lot of the background stuff. We're going to do all sorts of different changes and stuff to this. But as you see, with me doing this, I'm just establishing that groundwork. You see all these different shades and tints and tones and all the different levels of color going through there. I'm doing it on purpose. All right, this paint is getting dry, which is even better. Take my brush, take it, bag it, and just keep on try brushing the color right on here, especially on the edge. Okay, and we're gonna build off of all of this. I can really rip right through this, but I want to show people how you can achieve it. All right, we're gonna get different kinds of snow mounds and all sorts of stuff is gonna be going on with this. Okay, your choice. Whether here, let me show you something too. I'll just use the white right now. Now remember about topography. All right, there's gonna be a mound. I'm gonna just do it right now. See this? All that's coming here. All right. So all you already know here. You already know this guy's in the foreground. Right here. It's coming right across. Right here. Right here. He's coming this way. All of that line. So you already know that's already going in the back there. Okay. Now remember what I told you? You can kind of mess around and kind of develop your own thing. Look, right here. If I can get away with it, should still have. Here go another one. Right here. Comes down there. Now that really puts that in the back. So we got one in the front, the middle, or the back, middle, and then the front. Just that fast. I'll put it back here. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Background. This is actually the midground, then the foreground in here. Okay, did it just that fast. Okay, so you looked at one flat grayish brown image, and then I just broke it up into 3 parts that fast. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's commence with more of the festivities. Let's play around with all of this here. Alright, now this is in the back here, more or less. I can still use this brush if I wanted to, and I think I will, because it's broad, and plus I want to kind of get through this thing. Because I can talk my head off and have you guys look at this and whatnot. And we got a little tinge of blue into this white. So what I'm doing really is going brighter and brighter, just like that. Just get it brighter. You're still using the side of the brush. A little more titanium white. Slight touch of blue in it, just like that. Okay. Now you don't think it might make a difference, but it will. You're gonna find out right now. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna establish more of a landmass now. I'll just take it side of brush, just like that. I don't have to go over it too many times, but just like that. Okay, do it again. Oh, right up here, and you do another one. Go in whatever pattern, whatever way you see fit. Okay, like so. We'll put a bump right in here, like this, just like that. Take it and just slide it across like that, just like so, and just keep at it, just like that. Okay, I can go past that line. It doesn't matter. It's the background stuff. Okay, and you just keep building this. No, Richard, it will not take you a few days. It won't take you a few days. This is just a technique that I'm showing. It won't. I promise you, it won't take you a few days. And I'll go up with it like this, up and around. Just getting a little more titanium white. Pop it in there like that. It's a little tinge of blue. Just a small. You need a very small. The phthalo blue is extremely strong color, and you don't need too much. I promise you don't need too much of this. A few hairs on the brush. It would just change the whole look of the thing. And we're gonna do it again. We'll come from this side, flat side of the brush. We're just gonna take it and come on down. Let those little streaks break everything up. Okay, just like that, just like so. Come on down, especially around that border there. All right, I don't want any brown to show through that in that border like that. Just like so. Okay, we'll lighten this up a little bit. It's another mound right here, just like that. Come on down, just like this. Okay, we got one here. Let's get a little more white. We got one right in here, just like that. Rub it, and then we'll just keep on going, just like so. Just like that. I can glaze on other colors and stuff. That'll come a little bit later. Like I said, this stuff can go by pretty fast. Okay, and I gotta get my head out of there. I keep throwing my head in there. All right. So we got a little bit of this happening in here. All right. Let's watch this. Let's get a little bit of purple, just like that. All right. Just a little bit of purple, just like that. That's the smallest amount of purple. All right. Let's go in the shadow area, all in here. We'll add that purple in there like this. Okay, just a little purple, a little dot of purple in there, right in the shadow spot. Let's get a little more purple, a little more of that white, just like that, using the side of the brush, side only. So we'll establish some quick little shadows in there, all up in here. A little bit of purple to do that. Scrumble that purple in there, just like that. You're getting rid of some of that gray brown, and just establishing a little bit of shadow in there. The shadows will get deeper as we get more into it, but I'm just covering up all that nice little brown. Just because you're covering up the brown don't mean you're covering up the intensity of the shade. You're just making it a little more purple. Okay, but I'm gonna show you something so cool. Now anybody who's watching can do what I'm doing right now. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Now watch this. Now you can see the purple, the blue, right? All right, side of the brush here. Let's put it here. Side of the brush. All right. Hey Bruce, welcome back. Okay. You see a little bit of the shadow. You see a little bit of the bluish white here. Okay, ready? Let's put some little background highlights in this. Watch. Now, how do you establish the highlights in this guy? We establish a ridge, a rim, right? You scumble or you just dry brush the rest, fade it right into the previous color. And we're going to do this a bit at a time. All right. So there go one. Okay, now that's just the first one, right? Always establish that strong edge in here, like that, and we can kind of here. Let's get this edge here, and all the rest you just lightly. You can adjust your hand pressure. Adjust your hand pressure a little bit. I'll turn the brush around, smooth it right out there. Get all sorts of interesting little pockets happening. I'm using the side of the brush. Okay, I want a strong rim of white right here, especially on the edge right here where the sun's going to hit. Okay, just like that. And we'll put a little streak in here like this. Now wait until you see what I'm going to do with this. Alright, now I am using nothing but titanium white. Titanium white helps you just hide a whole multitude of sins. If you felt you messed up on something, slap some titanium white on there. That'll help heal some ailments real fast. And once again, just a strong rim. Can you guys see that still? Let's pull back a little bit and we'll move it over there. Working on the background stuff here. Like I said, this will be also presented on YouTube, but it will be a while before you see it because it will probably be the second week of January. So I'm doing it right now as a dual thing. It'll be here on Facebook, but it will be cleaned up and edited or whatnot if I do something too crazy. And then I'll put it on, it will be on YouTube. I'm just establishing the nice strong rim of white. I'll scramble the rest in just like that. This stuff is in the background back here. Okay, but I'm going to show you something when I get done messing around in here. Actually, there's two things I'm going to show you because this is drying so fast. So actually, there's a few things I'm going to show you about how we can make it look like it's in the background. Okay, I'm just scrambling some little snow patches here and there. Okay, everybody does their snow a little differently. Okay, I'm just checking out some things here, particularly this rim right here. This rim especially has to be a little on the bright side, and you'll see why in a minute. Remember I told you about tints and shades and tones? Alright, obviously I'm using straight titanium white for right now. But watch what happens. I'm going to show you how you can give the appearance of taking a whole lot of time to do, but it only took a few minutes. It's just a technique. Alright, so let's look at, this middle doesn't look like a very strong glare. Alright, as I take a final picture, you guys will see all sorts of stuff going on in there. But you see all the different patterns of tint and shade and color going on with this. All right, because this is basically the background stuff. Thanks, Bruce. It's looking like, hey, Sonny, it's the background stuff here. All right, okay. But watch what I'm gonna do here. This is really, well, I mean, this is for you guys who might have the glycerin. This is where the glycerin kind of comes in a little handy. All right, because I was gonna do something before this, but I'm gonna do it right now. I'm going to do it right now, real quick like. So, I've more or less established where your background snow is here. I won't add any more to this, maybe not. I highly doubt that I will. But we're going to make this appear to be in the back there. We're going to get a slight touch of highlight after I glaze some overall color back there. I just got to move this water for a second. Put the glycerin right here. What vegetable glycerin is? It's a natural product. It's actually edible. But it's glycerin is like well, a time ago it used to be one of the main ingredients for keeping the binding in acrylic paint. Okay, It doesn't unbind your paint. It just makes your paint transparent. Um, it also prolongs the drying time of acrylic paint, and you can blend extremely well with it. But it also makes an incredible glaze. I'll put it right here for a minute. I'm gonna use a broad brush for this part of it. I'm gonna dip my brush. Oh, also, you see how clunky it looks? Well, when air gets a hold of this, it becomes more lucid, more watery. So you need an extremely light amount of this stuff. Okay, to let's get a little bit of purple. Put the purple in there. We're gonna tint this glaze with the purple. Why am I using purple? One, it makes a great shadow color, especially if you put it in with a little bit of blue. Okay. Now, very light in the purplish kind of thing. I had a slight touch of blue. I'm trying to get it here. Just a slight touch of blue. So I got a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, but it's more glazed than paint. Okay, like I say, it's extremely transparent. Okay, now here we go. Watch what I'm gonna do with this. Okay, now I got this blue purple. All right, with the glycerin on it. So what am I gonna do is take this blue glycerin with that little bit of purple, come right on across with it, just like that. Just wipe it right on across. It's like you're coloring with a crayon, right across. Uh, don't worry about the streaks because glycerin expands this paint. You follow me? As it dries, it expands. So it'll be streakless. But look what it does. All right. Now, how's that for a cool color? Okay. And I'm just slowly wiping it across, just like this. All right. As it dries, there. As this stuff dries, okay, one, like I said, it will be streakless. But as it dries, you'll still see the workings of your colors underneath that. So we're gonna let that tack up. It's such a thin amount. We're gonna let that tack up. It just tints everything. Okay, and that's all it does. It just tints um, your color. I'm wiping off my brush here real fast. I'm gonna take a little tissue. I know you guys see the back of my head. Deal with it. I'll be out of your way in a second. Okay. Let's get a little tissue. I'm gonna wipe some of that glycerin off the board here. Just like that. Goodbye. All right. And basically, that's the true color of it. So what's on the board is actually this color. All right. But it's mixing in with that little bit of brown, a little bit of white, and a little bit of whatever else is back there. Okay. Because, basically that's just the background stuff. We're going to let it tack up a little bit. We're going to go on to the middle ground here. So let's move this glycerin over here. I really don't need it right now. We'll put the lid back on it. I don't need to touch it. Don't need anything else. We're back into our titanium white. We're gonna need more titanium white. Yeah, we'll put it right there. It's no big deal. Just put it somewhere where you guys can see it. I'm gonna get some more because we're gonna need a lot more titanium white. Yeah, we'll probably do the people last. So it'll probably be another part of the tape, part two-ish, whatever. Okay, we're getting some titanium white. Little slight touch of, come on, the daddy. Little slight touch of blue, just like that. We'll just put it in there, just like that. And once again, side of the brush, still a large area. Okay, now you're gonna see the difference here. All right, let's expand this a little bit. Okay, no, you guys can see everything. That's cool. Let's bring it up there because right about here, you guys can see what I'm gonna do next. Basically, we're concentrating on by the water line and this stuff here because it's just another plane. All right, all right. So right from here, we're gonna. I always gotta have kind of a strong edge there, right up in here. I don't care about it looking ugly right now. I'm just establishing where the next plane of snow is going to be, and it's going to be right here. All this right up in there like that, just like that. All right. Different color. It's all right. Just like that. We'll put it right on the, somewhere on the edge of the water there. So get a nice strong swipe right across here. Doesn't matter. I'm just establishing where everything is. Okay, so don't panic. Panic not. Okay, don't panic. And we're just blocking it in. Just blocking it in. Now, since I put the base color as this warm gray, and I'm painting over all of it, why put the warm gray down? Well, this is why. You still need to establish depth. All right. Your base color, that brown gray there, it's going to help establish all of that. It's still going to make this color deeper. You follow me? Now, this might not make sense to purists, but I'm not talking to them, and why are they watching me in the first place? Go somewhere with yourself. Go burn a turkey. This is for people who are learning. Since you've already learned and kind of established yourself as a true artist, you don't need to be on my page. So, go help your wife burn some rolls and leave me alone. All right. So, we've established all of this stuff. It doesn't matter what it looks like right now. Okay, you can go any direction you want. Okay, all we did was just block in the color. Now we're going to build everything right off of that. Let's just clean off the large brush here. This was a 1.5 inch flat brush. This is my go-to brush. This is my workhorse brush. Okay, I got hundreds of brushes, but I tend to go to my old faithfuls. Hey Sonny, how are you? All right. Jeff, my man. How you doing, boss? Yo, man, that show, Mandalorian, people are going crazy over that thing. Eventually, one day I'll watch it. No, I have not seen it. I know that puts me in the bad box, but I haven't seen it. How's Alistair doing? Okay, so we're gonna build up a lighter color on this stuff. As you can see, it dries very fast. All right, see? Okay, so we'll go back to the 3/4 inch brush. All right. All right, man. You go fire that turkey. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Like I say, I know everybody's getting their pumpkin pies and spices ready, and you know, and a few people have already burnt up their first batch of rolls, so that they're going on roll number two. Very thin layer of titanium white is mixed in with this the blue. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so let's have a little fun here. Once again, we're going to establish where the peak is, the ridge, right up in here. And I'm just going to scumble some color in there. I got the side light off. All right. And we're going to start building off of this. Need some more. And yes, I'm mixing it in with that blue color from the previous color. Now, as I do this, okay, yes, it's we're making it brighter, but it's still got that. It's still gonna take on the color of the previous color I laid down there, which is that baby bluish purple thing stuff. All right, and I'm building another mound on top of another mound. All right, we'll smooth it all out, but right now I'm just getting nice chunked up areas of snow. Okay, that's all. Using the side of the brush because I like the texture. Come on over here. I think you guys can still see it. Building up layers. Just like so. Some kind, you might see it, you might not, but it's there. Oh, here we go with the corny jokes. You've been hanging around with Bruce Anderson way too long. I had such high hopes for you. Okay, like that. A little more titanium white, very lightly. Go across, build some of that. Get a little more paint. I'm gonna have to move this paint along here, probably to another spot. There, it's like that, and we'll just start building stuff. We're gonna put bits of snow into the in here as we move it along a little more. I'm just building up lighter areas just here and there. Side of the brush, start building up little peaks and whatnot, just like that. It's gonna get much brighter. Trust me. I'm just building up a few things here. Now, before I start with the final highlights on this stuff, because we're gonna glycerin this too and get some shade and stuff going on. As I get rid of that brown spot there, as I do this, right, and I'm looking at it and whatnot, don't forget we got something cute to add over here, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right. Okay, now you can see obviously there's a difference between this here. Great. That little patch right there. I'm trying to think. I think there's more glycerin on that patch, which is why it's being moved around like that. That white patch is there. But we can solve that issue just like that. There. Alright. We're going to highlight certain spots in here, but we're going to use a white yellow up in here to just to highlight a little bit of sunlight. Right here. Right on the top right here. Right here. We'll establish a little bit of that highlight snow there. Okay. Nope. It dries immediately as soon as I touch it, as soon as I'm in contact, which is actually a good thing because then I can just take it and I just kind of use the side of the brush and we get some nice stuff right up in here, just like that. So we get little bits of sunlight hitting this guy off and on. Pop a little bit of it here. Okay. Up around here, right on that rim, right up in here. Getting the snow a little bit brighter. Right up in there. Just like that. Like, and it's important to go within the path of your snow. Alright. I don't think my head is in the way so you guys can see this. Come over here, we're going to do the same thing. A little dip in there. Let it break up a little bit. It's more or less aimed toward the center here. Alright. Yep, this would be a two-parter. Basically, I want to get up off the chair a little bit here. Alright. Just like so. You don't have to add really too much to this. Sweet. Hello, Fasmo, Foggerin, Fasimo. How are you, Edward? Welcome back. Okay. All right. Let's get a little more of this titanium white and the yellow mix here. Still using the baby filbert, number size 8 filbert. Wrap around here on this ridge right here. And we're gonna, well, let's do the ridge first. Let's do the ridge first. Just like that. And then we'll take the side of the brush and we'll just add a little love right up in here. Just like so. Just like that. Just a little bit of love here. not ashamed. I will use my finger in a hot minute just to bring some of that shading down. Okay, something like that. I think we got another one hidden around here, right up around here. Little baby one. Little baby hill right in here somewhere. Let's expand that right here. Go back and forth. I can just tap it away. Now we're getting into the point where we're starting to shade like clouds. Just wear the bottom away a little bit. Whoops. Bring some of it in there. Wear that away. There. Okay. Okie dokie. Do I need any more patches of... Nah, not really. Not in here. Alright. Let's go into straight titanium white here. We're going to come over here. And we're going to start playing. Some real snow here. Boom. Up in that area here. We're going to aim it downward. Just like that. It's not going to be as we'll fade that in a little more. Just like that. Pure titanium white now. Over here on the, can you guys still, yes, you guys can still see it. All up in here, I always got to have a strong rim of white. But all the rest down below can be faded away. Faded right away. Get a very strong patch of white. All up in here. And we're going to fade out. We're going to destroy the bottom edge. Come on down in here. Just like that. We're aiming upward. Like that. Okay. Just like that. I told you this part will go by pretty quickly because a lot of your underpainting work did all the hard work for you. So right now you're just enjoying the ride. Okay. The more you do this, the more comfortable you'll be, the more confident you'll be. You follow me? And try not to listen to anybody. Well, besides me. Anybody that wants to hurt instead of help, you can look for another instructor somewhere else. Alright. I remember somebody did ask me, my stuff don't turn out like yours. I know I'm using the same stuff. Well, you haven't been painting as long as I have. So you have to get accustomed to the techniques. And this is with any instructor. You just have to get used to doing how they do it and watch their movements, watch how they do it. Okay. And then you will emulate it and you will succeed. All you have to do, it takes practice, right? Everybody of a certain age knows that old adage, practice makes perfect, which is very true. Alright. And you just keep working at it and working at it. And by the way, keep working at it. You'll be surprised of how fast it will happen for you. Of course, in school, in life, every human being is different. Some people have a faster learning curve than others. That doesn't mean you're no less a talented person. It just takes some people a little longer than others. No big deal. It happens. It happens in life. All right. It happens with animals. It happens with human beings. Okay. Certain dog breeds are more adept and capable of doing certain tasks than others. All right. That doesn't mean that one animal's smarter than others. They're just developed for different things. Okay. All goes according to what they were designed for. Alright. So people learn at different things at different stages in their life. Still maintaining a strong edge, and I'm taking some of the shine and moving it in other places because we're going to get towards the edge here and we'll put little pieces of snow and whatnot. We're going to start to, well, I'll show you. Instead of me trying to explain it, I'll explain it and show you. But as you can see, because I know you guys can see the whole bit here, I'm just establishing some very bright white, and there's a squirrel outside the window looking at me. I think this is the squirrel that teases my dog. It's the same squirrel that's been here every year. dog's in slumberland. He can care less about him. Jackie, how are you? Jackie and Robert Hookie, how are you? No, you're all right. Hello, Alam Artist. Chrissy's still hanging in there pretty strong. Okay, now we got our tones. Okay, all that you see working up in there, that little pocket there, all of that right in here. All right, L in here. Now, it's time to be slick again, of course. Gotta be slick. Watch this. Once again, it's glaze time. But, we're gonna handle this a different way. In order for me to show you how to do this is gonna be pretty cool. And I'm hoping that you guys would pick up on this and learn from it. I'm taking some um, rubbing alcohol. I'm putting it on this board. Yes, rubbing alcohol and acrylic paint, not truly the best of friends. It eats this stuff away like a little piranha on a chicken bone. Okay, I'm just putting it up here. I gotta kind of clean this off a little bit, especially for something that I'm going to show you next. And as you can see by me wiping it away, it doesn't take long for it to happen. Okay, more glycerin than paint. All right, get a little bit of blue, like that, a little touch of red, then crimson there, just like so. I can do for that to be a little bit deeper. Right in there, like this. Now, that might be a little too, well, maybe not. Let's keep working it here. No, that's cool. That'll work. That'll work fine. Okay, that's a lot of glycerin and not as much paint. So this is perfect. Okay, I gotta slide it over here because I don't need it covering the whole brush. Okay, but I am gonna do something pretty slick. Watch. I'm gonna just clean this off. Water cuts through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. All right. So be mindful of that. So if you feel you messed up on the glycerin side, all right, and you need to really get rid of the glycerin, just take some water and do that with it. All right. Be back in a few now, and we're gonna continue this, finish it off, and put the people in here. So that's cool. We'll break off right now.